Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundless success to join today. Let's get you to the next level.
We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Hamas losing its grip on Gaza. China bans vital exports to the U.S. Martial law in South Korea, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. The federal judge overseeing Hunter Biden's gun trial terminated further court proceedings in his case on Tuesday, in the wake of President Biden's sweeping pardon that shields his son from being prosecuted for all offenses that he has committed or may have committed from January 1st, 2014 through December 1st, 2024. U.S. Judge Mary Ellen Noreika, the presiding judge in Biden's trial in Delaware, announced Tuesday the termination of all further proceedings in the case, citing the clemency grant signed by the outgoing president. Judge Noreika stopped short of dismissing the case outright, however, as requested by Hunter's legal team. A Delaware jury found Hunter guilty this summer on all three federal felony firearm charges that had been brought before the court by prosecutors. Critics also noted the pardon broke with Biden's longtime promise not to pardon his son and risks further eroding the public's view of the Justice Department. Hunter also pleaded guilty on tax evasion charges in California, which the pardon also covers. The judge in that case, Judge Mark Scarsi, has not yet announced whether he will terminate the proceedings against Hunter or dismiss the case in full. Rival Palestinian factions, Fatah and Hamas, are approaching a post-war Gaza agreement that would end Hamas's rule and pave the way for ceasefire talks with Israel. Following weeks of negotiations in Cairo, a Palestinian official confirmed that the two factions had tentatively agreed to cede control of the Gaza Strip to a committee of politically independent technocrats who would report to the Western-backed Palestinian Authority. Whether or not Trump and Netanyahu will accept these terms remains unclear. Both have threatened Hamas with continued carnage in Gaza until they return the 60 remaining hostages. China banned exports of rare minerals to the U.S. Beijing announced it would halt shipments of gallium, germanium, antimony, and superhard materials, which are used in satellites, weapons, and semiconductors, to the U.S. in response to the Biden administration's curbing the sales of U.S. chips to Chinese companies earlier this week. According to Bloomberg, some U.S. buyers said the ban wouldn't cause near-term disruptions since they have ample inventory and other ways to obtain the materials. The U.S. already gets its gallium, for instance, from countries other than China. The tit-for-tat supply chain maneuver is the latest in an ongoing trade war that's likely to intensify during the second Trump administration. The Justice Department reported that an illegal immigrant from China shipped weapons to North Korea from California. According to a new federal complaint filed in the Central District of California, Xinhua Wen, as well as other unnamed co-conspirators, successfully exported at least 2 shipments of firearms and ammunition to North Korea by concealing the items inside shipping containers that were shipped from Long Beach, California, through Hong Kong, China, to North Korea. Federal agents on August 14th seized from Wen's home in Ontario, California, 2 devices that Wen admitted he procured to send to the North Korean government for its military use, court documents say. Those items were a chemical threat identification device and a handheld broadband receiver that detects known, unknown, illegal, disruptive, or interfering transmissions. Late Tuesday night, South Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol declared martial law, only to revoke it hours later, after accusing the opposing Liberal Democratic Party of attempting to overthrow the free democracy and cozying up to North Korea. He did an about-face in the wake of public backlash. Before martial law was lifted, lawmakers in downtown Seoul scaled the walls of the National Assembly and fought off armed guards with fire extinguishers in order to vote against Yoon's measure, which they did 190-0. As one of South Korea's largest newspapers editorialized, the discussion regarding the president's impeachment has become inevitable. Nearly 100,000 Volkswagen workers walked off the job. Employees at 9 plants across Germany went on warning strikes this week in protest of the automaker's plans to cut costs by closing factories and docking pay. The walkouts only lasted a few hours, but could escalate if the workers' union does not reach an agreement with Volkswagen on a cost-cutting proposal. The German company says the cuts are vital as it struggles amid competition from China, a declining EV market in Europe, and increased energy costs. The 2 sides are scheduled to meet again next week. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.